Check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go! I've been trying to line this interview up for a while, but now I feel so bad. Like, look at you, you got hair, you got the French accent, so you're already more debonair than me, Christophe.
Yeah, man, it's good to be here. Good to finally meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So off to a pretty good start personally, just watching you doing the eyeball test. I watch every game. I like watching 29 fly around out there. How you feeling in your second year in BC Lion colors?
Feeling great. Yeah, just getting more and more confident and just flying around, like you said. Just getting to play with my teammates. Having the coaches trust me. They're just getting better and better.
So how do you, I'm not saying you, but we throw around a lot of terms in sports, and confidence is one thing. How do you get that confidence? Like, where did it come for you here in the second year? Was there a play? Was it training camp? Was it just the mindset? Like, where does that come from?
It's a great question. Actually, I think it all pans out to hard work. It's just the hard work I put in, the over the off season, over the practices, every rep. I just hard work. I work hard every day, and so it's bringing me to do plays during the games, and so it's also hard working hard on knowing the schemes, knowing what's the opponent trying to do in different situations, and just communicating and executing.
So who had a better hit? Who's had a better hit for the BC Lions? Was it Deontay Williams, my old friend from the Rough Riders, last week? Was it one Micah Awe threw his body in a game there, or was it you here in Regina against the Rough Riders? Who would get the nod? Beaulieu, Awe, or Deontay Williams?
I'll give it to Deontay. He's a stone cold killer, man. He fits people like no one else.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, that's the wrong answer. You just talked about confidence. You should have said me, man. I'm the guy.
I'm confident, but I give the flowers to my boy Deontay for sure.
What do you think your best attribute is, Christophe?
I'd say my range, my my understanding of the game as well. So knowing where the ball is going to be and just having that range to be able to cover a lot of ground. So yeah, I think that's one of my main attributes.
Were you always a student of the game, or did you pick up on that? Have you learned how to watch film?
I think going through the different schools I went to, so Laval and Saint-Jean before that, I had great mentors, great coaches that showed me the game and showed me how to study the game. And my brother was one of the big mentors that also helped me understand the tendencies and how quarterbacks read the game, and then just surrounding me with the right people, So yeah, definitely so.
Talk about that closest with your brother Jordan, I believe. What's that like? He came before you, and how much has he helped you?
He's helped me a ton. My brother walked so I could run, So he's helped me every step of the way. He's been there. He's my every day. He still looks at my practices sometimes, and he's still gonna give me some tips. And like he has a neutral perspective, so he's gonna be able to help me without knowing the necessarily the schemes. He's gonna be able to tell me what I did good, what I did technically wrong, and he's gonna be hard on me. But that's what makes me want to be better, So yeah.
I'm amazed at guys that can speak two languages. I don't know, maybe you can speak more than two languages, but so I took French up till grade, we're in Saskatchewan, okay, not overly French speaking, so I took French up to grade 10, and then I'm not gonna lie to you, my kids, we thought about putting them in French immersion, but I'm like, I want to be able to help them with school, so pardon my French, but fuck that, I'm not putting them in French, okay? So when did you learn English? When did you learn English, and does the English language with the slang still trip you up sometimes?
So I went to English. I was able to go to English high school and elementary school because my mom went to English school.
Okay.
Because in Quebec you have to go to French school unless your parents went to English school, and I was able to go. After high school, I decided to go to French, so that's why I kind of lost my English. That's why all my friends were speaking French. I became really French. And then going back to the CFL, I'm still trying to like get the groove. Sometimes I'm still looking for my words. I mean, that's normal. It's part of it, and then I just accept it.
Yeah. So does that affect you? My kid's playing in the secondary with the Blue Bombers, and there's a lot of talk, right? You got to talk. You got to tell, hey, this, that. So does that affect you in terms of being a communicator back there at all?
Absolutely not. Because I mean, football is an English sport. So even when I was in Laval, we would communicate and we would speak the right words, English. It would always be English. Communication is just so the other one can understand you, and there's no trouble understanding me when I'm on the field. I make it clear, and I even do signs if they don't understand. So making sure everyone understands me for sure.
Well, the one thing they can understand is that you come like a heat-seeking missile. That's for sure. So, so football is an English sport.
Yeah.
Did you always want to be a football player? Did you have other sports you wanted to do?
No, I wasn't interested in any other sports, like competitively. For sure, I've done snowboard. I've done like other hobbies other than football, but football was my main focus, my main passion. I've always been passionate about football. Back to when I was 6 years old or 7 years old, I was just looking at my brother and I wanted to compete. You know, I already wanted to like play football, and my parents that's when they put me in a football gear, and they made me a football player.
Hey, they're having the watermelon smashing and watermelon eating before the game. I know you won't be out there with the fans. Do you like watermelon? That's an off-the-wall question, but
Love watermelon.
Yeah, you crush watermelon. Yeah. Hey, what's your favorite uni combo with the Lions? I like the one in Edmonton you guys wore. That was those orange socks. That was tight, bro.
That was different. That was the first time I've seen it. At the beginning, I wasn't too sure, and then more and more of the game went on. I was like, okay, this is nice, man. Because we were winning, so we had that swagger, you know. We were, yeah, for sure. But I think I'd say the all black. I like the all black. That's my go-to for sure.
So back to that Deontay hit, or the one you had here, or when Hackewich hit somebody. How much does the defense get jacked by that? Like that was a collision over there on the sidelines.
Oh yeah. What you're saying, the one in Saskatchewan?
Saskatchewan, or the one Deontay just threw in Edmonton over there on the sidelines.
It brings the whole momentum to us, and we're just hyped, man. We're just all the juice is in the locker room, and all the juice is on the sideline, and we're just we love to see it, and we want to see more of it. So we're gonna continue going down and hitting people, and if they come to the post, they better get ready to get popped.
Yeah, so so take me a mere mortal into your cleat. So that play in Saskatchewan, like does it slow down for you? Is it like in slow motion, or is it like boom, you don't know what happened? It happened so fast.
So I'm reading the quarterback. I was seeing the routes taking me. He was trying to make me think that he was going on one certain side, and I was making him think that I was trying to go on that side too. But I was ready to break on the other side because I know he wanted that backside post. And the second he turned back, I was running to it. I wanted to go make a play on the ball, make an interception, because that's the main purpose every play. But at that point, I knew I wasn't in the position to do that. And next thing came, and I was just going through him.
Yeah. So I won't keep you too much longer, and I appreciate you taking time. But so we as English people say, pardon my French. So I'll say pardon my French once again. When you hit a guy like that, do you get up and look around like, where's the fucking flag? Am I going to get a penalty? Like, what's going on here? Because it sucks to be a defensive player. You don't know, like, you can't hit anybody high. You can't hit anybody low. You can't touch anybody. They get the running start. Half the time they're offside. So when you hit a guy like that, are you like, okay, where's the penalty flag?
For sure. You think of that, but at the same time, it's just part of the game. So I'm doing what I got to do, you know. So at that point, I'm just doing my best and playing my game. And if there's a flag, there's a flag, and we'll just deal with it at that point.
I love it. Okay, lastly, number 29. What's What's it like here going into this game? We'll have Rider fans there. The upper bowl's open. I love BC Place, probably right there with my second or third favorite stadium in the league. It's going to be loud in there. It's a big battle. Riders coming in. Just your thoughts on taking on the Riders and what the atmosphere is like and the feeling in your locker room right now.
We're really excited, man. It's going to be a physical game. It's going to be a big, big game, and we're just ready to go out there and show them what we can do, and we got to get out there with the win.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, man, thanks for your time. I appreciate it. I love watching you play, and continued success and health, okay, my friend?
Thank you. Appreciate it. Take care.
Nelson, in the Rider room, does your mom get on your dad and your case for having so much stuff?
No, honestly, because the door stays closed and it's not visible until you open it and come in.
Can you take your camera and just wheel around the room there for a second? Wow. That's crazy, man. Have you guys ever, maybe I shouldn't ask that. I was going to say, what is it valued at? But it's priceless to you, right? Like, it's not about the money.
Yeah, it's priceless, but they did take out extra home insurance.
Okay, good. So what's the, so I put out I've been doing lists here lately, okay? And so I put out a list, because I watched an old, like a 1978 semifinal game between Winnipeg and Calgary. I'm even a bigger nerd than you when it comes to the CFL, bro, okay? And they had a quarterback, they being the Bombers, had a quarterback named Harry Knight. He was their third-string quarterback because Dieter Brock was hurt and the backup was hurt. And it may have been the worst quarterbacking performance I've ever seen. Like, cheerleaders had a duck on the sidelines when he threw the ball, okay? So
did we watch Trey Ford the other night?
No, it wasn't. Trey Ford wasn't even, because Trey Ford could run around. But, my question was, who's the worst quarterback for your team and your team's history that you've watched? So since you've been alive, and how old are you, 30-something?
32.
Okay, so since you've been alive as a Rider fan, who's the worst quarterback for the Riders in your opinion?
I'm going to go with Marvin Graves.
Okay. Yeah, he wasn't spectacular. Nice guy, wasn't the greatest quarterback. I went with Steve Sarkisian, actually, the Texas Longhorns coach. A lot of people.
I'm sticking with Marvin Graves. Yeah,
a lot of people went with Tino Sinceri, who's now the offensive coordinator at UCLA. So it's funny how you can't quarterback in Saskatchewan, but you can go to two big-time D1 programs and be a prominent coach.
That's right.
It's crazy. Okay, so Nelson, let's talk about the video game. Is this the second year you've done this, or third year?
This is the second year I've done it with NCAA. Yeah. This will be the 21st year I've modded a football game in some way, shape, or form.
So is it better with the NCAA model? Like, was it easier? Was it harder?
That's a good question. I think the NCAA model is easier because EA Sports has built the tools and you just go in and you do it. And there's no figuring out what you need to edit in the game. You just build your teams and they're there. So the NCAA model is easier to build, yeah.
So how do you, for without doing the visuals and for old guy like me, how do you do it? What do you do to build it?
So I design everything in Photoshop, upload that into EA Sports servers. I grade all of the players, give them all of their ratings based on a mix of statistics, years of experience, and now we have Pro Football Focus grades that are public. So those are factored into the mix as well. Plug all of that into EA Sports Team Builder and then hit publish.
So the reaction's been pretty good, hasn't it?
The reaction's been fantastic, and you know, the CFL community is fantastic. Basically, with anything that I put out, be it custom jerseys or this video game, everybody seems to respond really well.
Yeah, in fact, some teams have kind of ripped you off with the jerseys. Is there? Well, the Riders are your favorite team, so you're playing them. Like, are you them in a season now? Did you put yourself on the team or what?
I should, as a little Easter egg, put myself as like a fourth string punter or something crazy like that, or like eighth string middle linebacker. But honest to God, I'm still in the process of building rosters. I have 5 teams rosters left to go, so I haven't even had a chance to sit down and play yet.
So when will it all be done, do you think? How long does it take to build a roster? Like, so you Photoshop, but how long does it take to grade each guy and do you do depth charts and the whole 9 yards?
So yeah, depth charts and everything, grades, names, height, weight. You can edit some gear. You're looking at about 2.5 to 3 hours per team.
Do you make your own style jersey, or do you make it like they are right now? I don't have the game. My son has the game. He's playing it, but I don't have the game. So how are the jerseys?
I try to build everything from the jerseys and the turf as authentic as possible. EA Sports limits the number of layers you can have on a certain item. So like you can have 7 images on a helmet, but only 5 on a jersey, but 11 on a pair of pants. So you'll notice, the Riders' home jerseys don't have ads, but their obsidian green jerseys do have the ads on them. And that's just because I needed to add some extra layers to get the white stripe down the side, and the logo on the shoulder and the stripe on the shoulder. So I try to do it as realistic as possible.
And there's only so much you can do with the stadiums, right? In terms of like the field and everything like that.
So the field, you can put a center field logo. You can put up to 11 logos on the field. Obviously, CFL doesn't have that many. So generally a midfield logo and 2 end zones. But the stadiums, you can pick from a preset list of college stadiums. And then there's 4 generic stadiums. So the way I kind of settled on that, the Riders are Baylor, and that just comes from looking at overhead shots of the stadium and figuring out, Baylor's big screen looks like the Riders' big screen. There's some seating below that big screen that can replicate Pill Country, and it kind of has a canopy that goes all the way around it.
Wow, that's cool, man. But in terms of the field, like they've got 10-yard end zones and the goal posts at the back, you can't change all that. That stays the way it is, right?
Yeah, exactly. All the rules are still American. There's some pseudo ways that guys play where, you have to punt on 3rd down, and if you're gambling, you take a knee on 4th down and turn the ball over. But yeah, width and length is still American.
And 11 men on the field too, obviously.
Exactly.
Yeah. So do you think we'll ever get a video game true blue to the CFL? Do you think there'll ever be interest in that?
I think there's interest in it. I think financially is where the struggles come in. EA would have to revamp an entire engine to fit the Canadian game into what is Madden or what is NCAA football. And that's where the costs get really expensive, and they don't outweigh the benefit to any developer, really.
Mm-hmm. So I know Dustin Nielsen shared it, talked about it on his online show. I'm doing it here. In terms of other broadcasters, media types, or even the actual athletes themselves, anybody reached out to you?
I just got a message from AJ Allen while we're doing this. And I've had a couple other players reach out to me. James Cybulski just followed me on X. So he's the voice of NHL video games. So that was big for me today. And then I've had a couple more media people reach out to me as well.
Awesome, man. So how do you grade? Okay, so like for instance, funny because you sent it to me. How do you grade Ethan Ball? He hasn't even cracked the Bombers roster yet. He's on the practice roster. It wouldn't be hard to get his height and weight, but how do you give him like a 75 grade like you did?
How do so he's easy because he hasn't played yet. All of those kind of lower draft picks kind of automatically got graded at a 75 if they hadn't played.
Mm.
And then it kind of went up from there, kind of capped at about 82 was your average first overall pick. And then, you get into a guy like Trevor Harris. Well, he has so many years of experience. He has so many stats to work off of. And that's how he gets into that 87, 90 range.
Mhm.
I want to do it where if Trevor Harris has a bad week or if Trey Ford has a bad week, their rating goes up and down and you're able to re-download and kind of play with them as they are in that moment.
So are you and your dad going to play a game together when it's all said and done, when you got all the teams uploaded and everything like that?
Absolutely. We've
Yeah.
been doing this for 20 years. Got to get a game in.
So, do you have a girlfriend? Do you still
Yes.
have a significant other, right? Same one.
Yep.
How are you still with her when you're spending all this time in Nerdland making up the games and everything?
It's nice because she's a nerd too. You have to be to be with me, kinda,
Yeah.
and we share that time together in the same room, playing different video games, and then talking about what we're doing to those video games. She likes to tinker with video games as well, so
Okay.
it works well. It's kind of some personal time, but doing separate things.
I said that with all due respect. Okay, I'm just
course.
bugging you. Okay, so I think that would attract a younger generation of fans if we ever could get to it, and maybe turn on who knows, just the way you're trying to do it, turn on a generation of fans. You do a lot of memorabilia shows. I bought
Yep.
this off of you guys at a memorabilia show. It was the old Dairy Queen helmets they used to give out at Dairy Queen. I think the CFL needs to try to get into a partnership with somebody again where they can do that, where they hand out these kind of helmets. How about you, like the BC Lions, the Riders, the
I'd love
Bombers?
that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'd love that. And the CFL they're looking at sponsorship differently. They're looking at partner activation differently. So we might be 2-3 years removed from that happening.
Yeah, hopefully that does happen. Okay, and I was going to ask you one other thing about the game. Lastly, okay, so if I want to do the game, like how does that work? Like how do I download it to my new college football game?
So there is a create and share option at the top of the menu. Go over there, and you can search for Hack28YQR, or you can search by the team names as well. And they'll all populate, and then you click on the team, click download, and you're good to go. Anytime there are updates to the teams, roster changes, graphic changes, you have to re-download. So follow me on X, and I'll be posting when there's changes to that.
Okay, so I'm going to tag you on this on X, but what's your X handle?
It is at Nelson Hackewich.
Okay, and that's like HACKEWICH. Are you on IG too?
I am on IG, same handle.
Okay, man. Well, thanks for your time. Thanks for all you're doing. I love the fact you're doing that, trying to anything that can help promote the CFL. I'm all in favor of, and love you, your family, and your dad, and your passion for the Rough Riders. Thanks for your time, Nelson. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Ballsy.